We're back at it again. We're in the beautiful woods of New York, and today we're talking about three things that you can do in a bear market that I'm most likely going to be doing myself. And I do want to be clear before we start, I don't necessarily think that we're in a bear market quite yet. I think we do have quite a bit more upside to go. I kind of see what we're going through right now as more of like a correction, if you will. Nonetheless, though, let's get into it. And by the way, obviously none of this is financial advice. I'll just be doing most of it myself. Number one, wow, there's a lot of mud over here. Geez. Number one is going ahead and getting returns on your current coins. So obviously, when we do enter a bear market or some sort of a correction, we all tend to have a whole bunch of coins that we didn't sell, right? Usually. Now, instead of just having them sit there and pretty much do nothing, you could have them doing one of the two things. Number one, if it's a proof of stake coin, you can stake it, obviously. Get some small returns on the current coins you have, while at the same time securing the network, depending on whatever coin you have, right? Obviously, again, the coin has to be proof of stake. Number two is, part of that little, getting returns on your coins is DeFi, decentralized finance. And that's something that, obviously, y'all watching the channel, you guys know I've been kind of obsessing over recently, because, I think it's really cool that you're able to get such like low but reliable yields and such high but, maybe a little more unstable yields, both on Ethereum, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, even any chain that you like. The point is that you can essentially get returns on your coins, and that's kind of why, that's kind of where I'm at right now personally in terms of low returns. Like most of the coins I have, they're not really proof of stake. I know Ethereum's going that way currently, but the Ethereum that I do have right now, I'm literally just, I threw a good amount of it into Polygon. I'm getting more ERC20s because of it, and I'm just using Polygon to farm as much as possible. So while the prices are going down, instead of kind of just sitting here and taking it, I'm more or less getting more coins so that when the prices do go back up, I'll be obviously in a net positive. Something simple that you can kind of just get into. It's a little difficult, it's a little complicated when you first learn about it, but it gets easier as you go on now. Now, number two, the next thing you can do within a bear market, what have you, downturn, is start looking at projects that you personally like. And if you have the time, join them. I know it sounds a little bit like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Join them. Literally, join them. Obviously, the space is still really early in its inception. I know a lot of people are getting into crypto right now. And it seems like we're kind of like, we're at the edge already. There's too many people involved, blah, blah. But in all reality, it's not the case at all, in my opinion. By the way, I'm sorry, there might be a little bit of a disturbance if we have some water flowing down the river. Hopefully I don't fall. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's still not enough people in the space that constitutes it being oversaturated. And what I mean by that is like jobs or even internships that exist. So if you do have free time and you like a certain project and maybe that they're hiring, or maybe even if you don't know they're hiring, reach out to them. Because I tell you, I have a friend or two, one friend who has been, working with another project. I'm not going to name it because, I don't know if he wants me to mention it at all. But, they're paying I don't know, I think it was like a couple $100, maybe like every month, just to, help them out with their Reddit page or something like that, So it's something small you can do throughout the bear market or even downturn, whatever it is, to get a little bit more coins for your efforts and still be involved in the crypto space. So yeah, although it really doesn't involve you buying or sending or selling any coins necessarily, it doesn't have to, right? You can pretty much use that time to hone out the projects that you may want to work with, because maybe you decided, hey, fuck it, I want to be in this crypto space for the long haul. Start looking at the projects now, man, because I tell you, almost every project is hiring. Almost every project that is trying to make waves right now in the space is hiring, literally. So I would say don't sell yourself short. Obviously, if you're a little young and you don't really have that many skills, and see what happens, bro. I heard that You're in Finance the other day was paying $80K a year for someone to tweet on Twitter, bro. I don't know the entire validity of that, but Apparently the social media manager or whatever it is was getting paid like $80K a year for, you know, managing the Twitter account. So the point is that the space is still very early in terms of, especially in terms of jobs and people needing, projects needing people to work with them. I mean, shit, I get reached out to all the time by projects to help me, to have me make a video about them. Not big ones by any means, but it's just crazy how much help these projects need. So to me, if you want to make some more money within crypto throughout this market, join a project. And the last one, number 3, and this is going to be a little obvious, but stick with me on it. Stick with me. It's buying the dip. Now, hold on. It's more than that. Buying the dip, obviously, for coins that you already have. If you know that obviously, number one, if you already have a separate income, if you have a regular job, and you can afford to, go for it, man. Obviously, right? Like, to me, if I had a job other than this, that's what I would be doing right now, buying the dip. Not only because, like, for example, like, I haven't sold like almost any of my major holdings because of my long-term thought process behind this stuff, right? Like, to me, my crypto is my savings. My Ethereum is my savings. Anything else related to it is my savings, pretty much. So all I'm looking to do is add to it at any point in time. So whenever there's a strong dip, that's usually when I go ahead and start buying, personally. And I'll be honest with you, I usually cost average in. So, especially if I have a regular job, I usually just cost average in. $200 a week, $100 a week, whatever it is. That's what I do. But not only that, not only the current projects that you have, but think about the projects that you don't have. Think about projects that are coming up in this space, and really what I mean by that is finding new projects to kind of get involved with in terms of, buying the coins. There are like tons of projects getting involved in this space right now. And obviously I know for the most part, it's kind of a crapshoot, especially now with the Binance Smart Chain coming out with a whole bunch of random trash coins and fucking shit coins, dog coins. I'm not saying those. What I'm really saying is just, finding those like those needle in a haystacks types of coins. That's personally how I used to do it. In terms of investing into cryptos, I would just go hunting on crypto Twitter, see what YouTubers are saying. Well, not really YouTubers, but see what people on Reddit are saying, Discord, and from there, potentially make some purchases. If there's a coin that I think is like, no one knows about this, the market cap is so low, this could be huge, that's when I start throwing my money in. And that kind of leads me to the final point of that third topic, is doing that research, man. That includes doing research on new coins that you find, as well as doing your research on coins that you already have too. Because I'll tell you, bro, and I want to shout out to the homie here. My man was telling me the other day he bought some Cardano. I might have said this in another video, so I apologize if I did. But he just bought Cardano, a couple $1,000s worth. This guy's a pretty conservative dude. He literally just got into crypto the other day, like as prices were going up, obviously, right? And I'm asking him, like, wow, you got Cardano, like, you know what it does? Because Cardano, to me, it's really not a straightforward coin, bro. It's a little complicated, just like Ethereum is. I mean, just like Ethereum, smart contracts, all that stuff, whatever. And he's like, I have no idea. He has no idea what Cardano does. And I'm like, come on, man. You just bought it? And he told me he bought it because someone had like a price prediction of like $20. I'm like, come on, man, damn. Oh, God. But what he did say that I really liked is that he's in this shit for the long haul. He's saying, I think he said something along the lines of like, yeah, man, I mean, if 10 years down the line it can hit $20, then I'm happy. I'm like, you know what, that's what I'm talking about. And to me, as long as you have that long-term view, you're fine. The problem is it's hard to hold that long if you don't know what you invested in the first place. If you just invested in something because someone said it's going to go to XYZ price, you're probably not going to be holding that long, And that's why I say use that time, again, towards this last point, buying the dip, learning about the coins you're buying the dip on, as well as learning about new coins that you want to potentially buy the dip for. So that's kind of the whole thing. I'm probably going to be doing it this entire time throughout this little mini correction. Sorry, big correction. as well as a potential bear market, or really just in general. That's kind of how I do things. Kind of recap then. Number one, shoot, I almost forgot number one. Number one, DeFi or proof of stake, you know, to get more yield on your current coins. Number two, joining a project and potentially being part of them and making money from that to, you know, maybe just invest back into more crypto. And number three, buying the dip, learning about the current projects that you have, getting more ingrained with the community, and learning about new projects as well. So that's currently what I'm doing right now. Again, mainly that DeFi stuff. I don't really have that much of a, I really don't have that much of an income at all, besides from YouTube, and that's like nothing right now. So I'm not really buying the dip with anything, but I am looking to hopefully partner up with some reputable projects to make some money from that. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy the dip with that, or I'll use it to feed myself. One of the two. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Obviously, all the while when you're doing all that stuff, make sure you get your fresh air. You know, walking around here. This is my therapy for me, pretty much. So this is how I'm able to keep myself sane, and at the same time, look at the markets every time I go home. So let me know down below. What are you guys doing throughout this little correction? Are you buying the dip? Are you yield farming? Are you getting returns in your crypto through proof of stake? What are you doing? But let me know. And I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned and peace out. Adios.